In a bustling flea market, amidst a chaotic jumble of old trinkets and forgotten treasures, stood Alex, a dedicated collector of rare video games. His eyes scanned the rows of mismatched boxes and faded posters, seeking that elusive gem to add to his collection. Amidst the clutter, a glint caught his eye, an old, weathered cartridge of the Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Its label was worn and faded. It seemed out of place among the other discarded items. Curiosity piqued, Alex reached for it, feeling an inexplicable tug toward the relic. As he held the cartridge in his hands, a shiver ran down his spine. There was an odd energy about it, a sense of history and mystery that whispered of untold tales. The vendor noticed Alex's interest and offered it at a bargain, as if eager to rid himself of its presence. Despite the eerie aura surrounding it, Alex couldn't resist the allure of a potentially rare find. With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, he made the purchase and headed home, the weight of the game cartridge feeling heavier with every step. Little did Alex know that this seemingly innocuous purchase would plunge him into a world far beyond the realm of pixels and controllers, where the boundaries between reality and the digital realm blurred, and where a haunting presence awaited within the confines of the game. As dusk settled outside his cozy apartment, Alex couldn't contain his excitement. He carefully placed the dusty cartridge on his vintage console, the label of the Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask barely visible under the dim glow of his room. With a mix of nostalgia and anticipation, he powered up the console, the familiar startup jingle filling the room. As the game loaded, Alex sank into his favorite armchair, controller in hand, ready to embark on a nostalgic journey. The screen flickered to life, revealing the iconic world of Termina. Yet, from the moment the game began, something felt off. Glitches marred the visuals, distorting familiar landscapes into twisted, nightmarish versions. Brushing it off as a quirk of an old cartridge, Alex pressed on, determined to experience the game he remembered from his childhood. But as he progressed, the glitches worsened. Disturbing messages appeared in the save files, written in a cryptic, almost mocking tone. An uneasy feeling crept over Alex, the hairs on his neck standing on end. The game seemed to have a life of its own, defying his control. Characters moved erratically, their dialogue twisted and ominous, as if trying to communicate a dark secret. Despite his growing unease, Alex couldn't tear himself away. There was an inexplicable pull, a curiosity mixed with dread that propelled him deeper into the game's haunting mysteries. Unaware of the dark history lurking within the code, he delved further, unwittingly stepping into a world where reality and fantasy blurred into a chilling rhythm of uncertainty. As Alex continued his journey through The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, the glitches intensified, distorting the once vibrant world of Termina into a twisted, unsettling version of itself. Strange distortions plagued the game, characters moved erratically, textures flickered, and landscapes warped into grotesque forms. His unease grew as he encountered more than just visual anomalies. Save files held eerie messages, seemingly written by someone or something beyond the game, a chilling whisper in the digital void. "Can you hear me?" the messages taunted, appearing like ghostly whispers etched into the game's code. "You shouldn't have come here." Despite the growing sense of dread, Alex's curiosity drove him to press on, desperate to uncover the cause of these anomalies. Each glitch-ridden corner of Termina seemed to hide a new mystery, a sinister puzzle begging to be solved. But as he explored further, the game seemed to push back. Controls became unresponsive at crucial moments, and the glitches took on a malevolent intent, almost as if the game itself sought to deter him from discovering its dark secrets. With every passing moment, reality blurred with the digital realm, and Alex found himself questioning the boundaries of the game and his sanity. The once beloved game had transformed into a haunting enigma, leaving him trapped in a rhythmic dance between fear and fascination. As Alex persisted in his exploration of the glitch-ridden game, a character named Ben emerged, seemingly out of place within the familiar world of Termina. Ben appeared unexpectedly, a spectral figure in the game, with an unsettling presence that sent chills down Alex's spine. Unlike other characters, Ben didn't adhere to the game's rules. He moved in glitchy, disjointed patterns, his presence evoking a sense of rawness in the digital landscape. His dialogue, fragmented and cryptic, hinted at a tragic past and a desire to escape the confines of the game. Every encounter with Ben left Alex feeling disconcerted. The character's behavior seemed to transcend the game's scripted boundaries, as if he was trying to communicate directly with Alex, the player, rather than the game's protagonist. Ben's messages became more personal, addressing Alex by name within the game, a surreal breach of the fourth wall that sent shivers down his spine. "Alex, you shouldn't have found me," the messages whispered, their tone a mix of warning and desperation. Despite the warnings, Alex couldn't ignore the mystery that Ben embodied. The enigmatic character seemed entwined with the game's haunting glitches, leading Alex deeper into a digital labyrinth where reality and fiction intertwined, blurring the lines between the game world and his own. As Ben's spectral presence within the game intensified, so did his influence over the digital world of Termina. Alex noticed an unsettling shift in the game dynamics. His in-game character began to act autonomously, defying Alex's commands. Commands to move left were met with an inexplicable turn to the right. Attempts to interact with non-playable characters resulted in the protagonist uttering nonsensical phrases or remaining eerily silent. It was as if the game itself rebelled against Alex's control, manipulated by the malevolent force embodied by Ben. The glitches that once seemed like mere technical errors now felt deliberate, orchestrated by Ben's haunting presence. Alex's frustration turned to fear as he realized that he was no longer playing the game was playing him. The glitches that once seemed like mere technical errors now felt deliberate, orchestrated by Ben's haunting presence. Alex's frustration turned to fear as he realized that he was no longer playing the game was playing him. Ben's influence extended beyond the confines of the screen. Strange occurrences in Alex's reality mirrored the chaos within the game. Objects shifted position in his room, eerie whispers echoed through the silence, and an unshakable feeling of being watched plagued his waking moments. In a surreal twist, Alex felt like a mere pawn in a game he no longer understood, trapped in a sinister symphony orchestrated by Ben's malevolent will. With each passing moment, the boundaries between the game and reality blurred, leaving Alex in a haunting dance of control and chaos. As Alex's journey through the haunted game continued, the haunting presence of Ben transcended the digital confines, seeping into Alex's reality. A pervasive sense of unease settled upon him, an eerie feeling of being watched that extended far beyond the screen. In the dead of night, unexplained sounds echoed through his apartment, an ominous whispering that seemed to carry the same fragmented words Ben spoke within the game. Shadows danced in the corners of his vision, disappearing when he turned to look, leaving behind an unsettling feeling that he was never truly alone. Objects within his apartment moved of their own accord. A book shifted from one shelf to another. A chair seemed to inch closer when he wasn't looking. The boundary between the digital realm and reality blurred, leaving Alex in a disorienting state of perpetual unease. Sleep became elusive as haunting dreams mirrored the game's distorted landscapes, with Ben's cryptic messages echoing in his mind. The haunting melody of the game's soundtrack seemed to play in the silence, a chilling reminder of the haunting dance between the game and his own life. Alex's once fascination with the game turned to fear and desperation. He couldn't shake the feeling that Ben's presence was not confined to the digital world. It was a malevolent force that transcended the screen, intertwining itself with his existence in an unnerving symphony of fear and reality. Driven by a desperate need for answers, Alex delved into the depths of the internet, scouring forums and obscure websites in search of any information about the haunting occurrences tied to his copy of The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Amidst the sea of speculation and urban legends, he stumbled upon a chilling tale, a tragic incident involving a boy named Ben. According to the stories, Ben had been an avid player who fell victim to a series of mysterious events while playing the same copy of Majora's Mask that now lay nestled in Alex's console. Details were scarce, shrouded in whispers of a cursed game and an untimely demise. Ben's supposed death had been surrounded by eerie circumstances. Rumors spoke of unexplained glitches, distorted gameplay, and an abrupt end to his life while lost in the game's haunting world of Termina. As Alex connected the dots, a chilling realization washed over him: the glitches, the eerie messages, and the haunting presence of Ben were not mere figments of a haunted game, but remnants of a tragedy that had woven itself into the very core of Majora's Mask. The more Alex unearthed about Ben's fate, the more entwined he felt with the haunting story. It was as though Ben's lingering spirit sought solace or retribution, reaching out from beyond the grave through the game to convey a message, a plea for closure, or a warning to those who dared to venture into the cursed game's realm. In Alex's relentless pursuit of understanding the haunting mysteries surrounding the game, he stumbled upon obscure tales and fragmented accounts that hinted at something far more sinister, an entity believed to be Ben's vengeful spirit. Whispers in online forums and cryptic writings spoke of a malevolent force that transcended the physical confines of the game, a specter born from the tragic fate of Ben. It was said that Ben's spirit lingered within the game, trapped and tormented by unresolved anguish and a desire for retribution. Legend spoke of how Ben's spirit, consumed by rage and anguish, had intertwined itself with the very fabric of Majora's Mask. His spectral presence manifested as glitches, eerie messages, and haunting disturbances, a twisted echo of his suffering, seeking to reach out and communicate, seeking solace or revenge. As Alex pieced together the haunting tale, a sense of dread settled upon him. It seemed that the glitches, the haunting presence of Ben, and the inexplicable disturbances in his reality were not merely coincidental, but orchestrated by a vengeful spirit seeking closure or a release from the eternal torment within the game. Haunted by the realization that he was entangled in a malevolent entity's web, Alex grappled with the frightening reality that Ben's spirit was not at rest, and it yearned for something beyond the confines of the digital world. A haunting melody of vengeance that echoed through the corridors of the game and his own life. As Alex delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding Ben's haunting presence, the boundary between the game and reality blurred into an unsettling fusion. The spectral influence of Ben seemed to seep beyond the screen, intertwining itself with Alex's very existence. Visions of glitched landscapes from Termina haunted Alex's waking hours, merging seamlessly with his reality. The haunting melodies from the game's soundtrack echoed incessantly in his mind, a constant reminder of the malevolent force looming over him. Disturbing occurrences became commonplace, a chill down his spine at odd whispers in the silence, flickers of movement in the corner of his eye that vanished upon inspection. Each passing day brought a deeper immersion into the game's haunting symphony, blurring the lines between the digital realm and the tangible world. Alex found himself consumed by an unshakable paranoia, a feeling that he was no longer in control. The presence of Ben seemed to lurk around every corner, a shadowy figure lurking at the edge of his perception, an unseen force manipulating the rhythm of his life. Fear gnawed him, his once ordered reality crumbling under the weight of the spectral entity's relentless pursuit. The haunting dance between the game and his existence became an inescapable rhythm, a cacophony of fear and uncertainty that threatened to engulf him. As the veil between the two worlds grew thinner, Alex felt himself slipping into a haunting nightmare with no clear escape. Desperate to break free from the suffocating grip of Ben's haunting presence, Alex sought help from friends, family, and even professionals. With trembling words, he shared the chilling tale of the cursed game and the malevolent force that seemed to transcend the screen, blurring the boundaries between reality and the digital world. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. Those he confided in dismissed his distress as mere game-induced paranoia, attributing his fears to an overactive imagination or the stress of a gaming obsession. Friends offered casual reassurances, urging him to take a break from the game or seek professional help for what they perceived as a gaming-induced obsession. Professionals in psychology and tech support brushed off his claims, attributing the glitches and haunting experiences to technical malfunctions or psychological manifestations. No one seemed willing to entertain the notion that something beyond the realm of rational explanation was at play, a malevolent force that seemed to feed on his fear and desperation. Alone in his terror and increasingly isolated by disbelief, Alex felt the weight of Ben's haunting presence grow heavier. His attempts to seek sanctuary in the comfort of others only deepened his sense of isolation, leaving him adrift in a sea of doubt and fear. As the haunting symphony between the game and reality crescendoed, Alex grappled with the terrifying realization that he was trapped in a dance of terror with an entity that no one believed existed, a terrifying rhythm that threatened to consume him whole. In a daring attempt to confront the source of the haunting torment, Alex steeled himself to enter the twisted, nightmarish world of Termina once more. With trepidation and determination, he plunged into the game, navigating through glitch-ridden landscapes and distorted versions of familiar locations. The once vibrant and familiar locales warped into grotesque, surreal versions, twisted by Ben's malevolent influence. Every step forward felt like a plunge into an abyss of despair, the haunting melodies of the game's soundtrack echoing louder in his ears. As he journeyed deeper into the corrupted world, facing glitched terrains and unsettling versions of characters he once knew, Alex felt the oppressive weight of Ben's presence grow stronger. The air crackled with an otherworldly tension, a sense of impending confrontation looming like an ominous shadow. Amidst the chaos of the glitched landscapes, he finally encountered Ben, a spectral figure amidst the distorted scenery. Ben's presence exuded a chilling aura of anguish and resentment, his fragmented form a stark contrast to the world around him. Their confrontation was fraught with tension. Ben's words echoed in eerie whispers, pleading for release or vengeance, his disjointed messages a desperate plea to be heard and understood. Alex struggled to communicate, to make sense of the fragmented dialogue that danced between anger and sorrow. He attempted to reason with the tormented spirit, to offer solace or a path towards peace, seeking to break the cycle of torment that bound Ben to the game's cursed realm. But the confrontation remained a discordant symphony, a clash between the haunted past and the haunted present. Leaving Alex to grapple with the haunting truth, he was but a player in a chilling game of anguish and redemption, facing a malevolent force that sought resolution in a haunting dance between reality and the digital abyss. As the confrontation between Alex and Ben escalated within the twisted realm of Termina, the haunting entity's torment intensified. Ben's spectral presence grew more menacing, his disjointed whispers and glitched manifestations becoming a cacophony of anguish and desperation. In a haunting revelation, Ben unveiled the tragic truth behind his death, a tale of sorrow, loss, and unfinished business. His disjointed messages coalesced into a haunting narrative, revealing how he had met an untimely demise while lost within the cursed game, a fate tied to unresolved anguish and a desire to escape the suffocating confines of the digital world. Through fragmented whispers and glitched images, Ben painted a harrowing picture of his demise and existence trapped within the game's code, haunted by the unfinished symphony of his life. He pleaded for release from the endless cycle of torment, a chance to break free from the haunting dance between the game and reality. But amidst his pleas for liberation, Ben's torment turned towards Alex. His spectral form twisted with anger and resentment, blaming Alex for meddling in a fate he couldn't comprehend. The haunting entity lashed out, inflicting visions of terror and despair upon Alex. A symphony of fear orchestrated by Ben's anguish and desire for escape. Caught in the grip of Ben's relentless torment, Alex struggled to make sense of the haunting revelations. The chilling truth behind Ben's death and his desperate plea for freedom blurred the lines between victim and aggressor, leaving Alex to grapple with the haunting reality. He was but a player entangled in a haunting tragedy. Faced with a malevolent force seeking liberation from a digital prison of eternal torment. In a moment of clarity amidst the chaos of Ben's torment, a glimmer of hope emerged within Alex's mind. With a surge of determination fueled by empathy for Ben's suffering, he embarked on a desperate quest to break the curse that bound the tormented spirit to the confines of the game. Drawing upon every ounce of courage and resolve, Alex delved into the game's glitch-ridden landscapes, searching for a way to unravel the haunting symphony that entwined Ben's spirit with the cursed code of the Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Through meticulous exploration and a keen eye for clues hidden within the distorted realm, Alex uncovered fragments of forgotten lore, a cryptic sequence, a hidden passage, a ritual long lost to time. These elusive hints hinted at a ritual to break the cursed cycle, a chance for Ben's liberation from the haunting prison. With steady determination and a heart full of empathy, Alex pieced together the forgotten ritual. It required a series of intricate steps, a blend of in-game actions, and a profound understanding of Ben's plight. Every move felt like a symphony, a rhythm of precision and purpose, and a dance against time. As the pieces fell into place, the game world trembled, glitched landscapes shivered, and the haunting melodies echoed with a new resonance. Within the game's digital confines, a profound shift occurred, a moment of eerie calm as reality and the digital world teetered on the brink of change. In a crescendo of resolution, the ritual reached its climax, a culmination of cunning, empathy, and determination. A blinding flash of light enveloped the haunted realm, and in its wake, a sense of peace descended, a haunting melody that transformed into a serene symphony. With a final, ethereal whisper, Ben's tormented spirit found release. The game's glitches subsided, and the haunting presence dissipated, leaving behind a sense of quiet tranquility, a resolution to the haunting dance between the haunted game and reality. As Alex watched the digital world return to its serene state, a bittersweet sense of closure washed over him. He had broken the cursed cycle, offering Ben the freedom he sought, and brought an end to the haunting tale that had intertwined their lives in a haunting rhythm of anguish and redemption. With the haunting symphony finally silenced and the haunting presence of Ben's spirit set free, Alex found himself amidst a sea of emotions, a blend of relief, sorrow, and introspection. The eerie calm that settled within the game's world mirrored the newfound tranquility within Alex's mind. As the haunting memories of the cursed game lingered, Alex realized the weight of the haunting tale that had consumed him, a journey that blurred the lines between reality and the digital abyss. With a heavy heart, he made a resolute decision, a vow to sever ties with the haunted relic that had brought such anguish and turmoil into his life. Gently removing the cartridge from the console, he cradled it in his hands, feeling the weight of its haunted past. With determined resolve, he made his way to a distant bridge overlooking a serene river, a place where the haunting presence of the game's malevolent spirit would trouble no one else. With a solemn breath, he let the haunted relic slip from his grasp, watching as it plummeted into the flowing waters below. A final act of closure, a symbolic gesture to ensure the cursed game wouldn't find its way into anyone else's hands, to spare others from the chilling tale that had consumed him. As the ripples faded and the haunted relic vanished into the depths, a sense of catharsis washed over Alex. He turned away, leaving behind the haunting memories and the cursed game, stepping into a new chapter of his life, a world free from the haunting symphony that once entangled his reality with the digital abyss. With a newfound sense of peace, he walked away, carrying with him the haunting echoes of a chilling tale, a haunting rhythm that would forever resonate as a testament to the haunting dance between the game and the harrowing journey it had led him through. In the wake of his harrowing experience, Alex sought solace in the semblance of normalcy. Life moved forward, and he endeavored to leave the haunting symphony behind, embracing the everyday routines that once brought comfort. Yet, occasional glimpses of glitches in other games served as a haunting reminder, a spectral echo of the eerie events that had consumed him. In moments of quiet, when the glow of the screen illuminated his surroundings, subtle distortions would flicker across the digital landscapes, a chilling reminder of the cursed game's lingering influence. Each glitch invoked a surge of unease, a haunting echo of the malevolent force that once entangled his reality. They served as subtle reminders that the haunting tale was not just a distant memory, but a spectral presence that lingered on the fringes of his consciousness. Despite the occasional glitches, Alex found solace in the fact that the haunting ordeal was behind him. He chose to embrace the present, finding strength in the resilience forged through the haunting journey. With time, the glitches became infrequent, fading into the background noise of everyday life. Though the haunting echoes lingered, they no longer held the same power to disrupt his peace. Instead, they became a testament to his resilience, a reminder of the haunting dance he had survived and the closure he had found amidst the eerie events that once consumed him.
I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the bed.